the great Volkanovski. Great to be here, Volk. It's been a while, let's face it. It's been a long time since I first walked into Freestyle MMA gym, and you said to me, I think I'm a bad matchup for Max Holloway. And I said, oh, this guy thinks he's pretty good then. That was a couple of years down the track, but here we are all these years later. As we said from the top, a two-time UFC champion. Very interesting heading into that last fight with Diego Lopez, because you were the bookie's favourite, you were the favourite of most good judges, but there was something of an asterisk. You were still somehow something of an underdog, just given where you'd come to at that point, and I guess the history that you were trying to make by reclaiming that title. Is that one the most satisfying victory that you've had as Alexander the Great Volkanovski?
Yeah, I think it was. Just the story behind it. There was doubts. You're right, I was the favourite, but I mean, there was still a lot of people like me, and I don't know if we can get it done. And they had every right to think that. You know, we're having a massive break, coming off 2 KO losses. My age, that's going to always get rung up, because no one's done it. Out of 17 people in my position, from under welterweight, I've tried, and none of them have ever done it. So they had every right to think I wasn't going to get it done, but getting it done just added to the story, you know what I mean? So it was incredible. But can I just say, I know it's bad weather, but you've all turned up anyway, so I really appreciate this. Thank you so much for coming.
I think we'll always get a turnout for this one. Now, like you said, after the last fight, it was something that I think has really stuck out. I've seen it shared often since that fight and that victory. Adversity is a privilege. It's something that is so powerful. Can you talk me through how you came up with that, where that came to you, and just talk me through what that phrase means to you?
It was weird because it wasn't planned. It wasn't planned, like obviously I felt it because, you know, there's a lot of people that bring it up. Hello, darling.
We do have the biggest Alex Volkanovski. We finally found a bigger Alex Volkanovski fan than Mr. Paul Scully. We finally found a bigger fan here in the front row.
So we had, you know, a lot. As I said, a lot of people are gonna, you know, doubt and all that. And they had every right. They were bringing up the age, the 2 knockout losses. You know, that's going to rock the confidence and all that. I'd be lying to you if I wasn't thinking those things either. And I was, you know, they're things that are going to be you're thinking about, but you've got to work around it, work your head around it, and get through it anyway. So it was something. I was backstage. I remember looking at the camera, maybe I'm like, adversity, you know what I mean? Like, because I knew the situation, adversity. And just, I didn't realise I said it before the fight. I go, and I turn back and goes, a privilege. I said that as I kept walking, forgot all about it, and then had my speech, fight post-fight sort of speech, and bring it up, and then obviously everyone really resonated with it, and you know, you've seen that sort of everywhere. And then I seen that footage, and I thought it was incredible. But you know, as I say, what I mean by that, if people don't fully understand, like, look, it doesn't mean, oh yeah, let's just go chase adversity, you know, we're not looking for it. But I mean, if adversity is there, you know, pushing yourself through it, just knowing that if I get myself through it, even if you don't get a result, you're only going to make yourself stronger getting through it. So that's sort of what the message was there, you know. So thank you. So even if I didn't get the result, the fact that I put myself in that position and tried is something special. But getting it done after all that adversity, it's just so much bigger as well. And I said that's stuff that people are going to write books about. That's what people want to know. That's what people are going to talk about. And that's why that fight was probably the biggest fight of my career.
You need help with the book on over.
Yeah. That's what I pointed to when I said that.
But what I really love about watching all your fights now, and I remember it was probably the 3rd fight with Max Holloway. He's a fan favourite. Pro Max crowd when you were heading into that one was probably ended up being your masterpiece in that one. But what I loved about that was when, amidst the reception you were getting, looking straight down the barrel and Wollongong, I hear you, even when they're not there and you're in Anaheim or Vegas, wherever the hell you were. I wanted to ask you about that, and also that grin you get on your face, that look that goes across your face when Brucey gets right up as close as I am with you now and says, fighting out of Windang, New South Wales, Australia. What goes through your mind when you see that?
Yeah, it's awesome, and you're right. I do, especially with Max as a fan favourite. I'm over there in America, so you know I'm getting booed and all that, and I knew that was going to happen, but I just know the support I have back home. So I'm always thinking of that. That's why I was looking straight down the barrel, just going, I know I can hear you Yeah, they might be bored, but I know back home you're all cheering for me, and I appreciate every single one of you. So, yeah. So that's it's special. It just shows that I've always said it's so much bigger than myself. You know, the shiny belt and all that. Like, yeah, it's cool, but you know, doing it for my family, doing it for you know, the supporters, doing it for everyone back home means so much more to me than the shiny belt, to be honest. So that's something that I'm most proud of. And I've always said that, and I really felt it after the last one. Because I said to myself, you know, I grew a lot with that break that I had. I was able to grow as myself so much and outside of fighting, and I'm like, I can't wait to win this belt and be champion as myself. It's hard to sort of explain. I want to feel what it's like to properly appreciate you know, being champ. And then I won the fight and I'm backstage, and then I just like did not care one bit about the belt. It was just, but I was, when I heard people back home, the support, and you know, and how much it actually, because I don't know, I just felt like everyone was in there with me, like they were real connected with it. I think I had everyone on the edge of their seat the whole fight, so I apologise for that. So you know, I really thought that they, even though they were supporting me, they've always backed me, but they were a little more emotionally invested with this one, you know what I mean? I really did feel that, and that stuff means so much more to me. So, and the message that I shared with adversity and coming back from the losses, and you know, that I want the younger generation to see that that's important, not the belt. It's me being me through all this whole process, and if things get tough, you know, just try to stick through it, will only make you stronger. So, yeah, so they're the messages that mean more to me.
I've heard you say that often as well, and this is a sport where the squeaky wheel gets the grease. There's a showbiz aspect to it. It's very easy sport to lose yourself in, I imagine. You've probably seen guys that you fought with and everything else that sort of lose where they're at a little bit. You've always said your greatest source of pride is in having been yourself all the way through. I wanted to ask you, as we are here in Wollongong, and this is obviously Wollongong's highest bar, what role has Wollongong being your home all the way through, from that little, like I said, that little old church on Windang Road, how has the city of Wollongong being your home helped you stay yourself through that wild ride in this crazy sport?
Yeah, man, it's exactly right. That is one of the most greatest accomplishments, that I was able to be myself through the whole process. You know, when me just coming, I don't know, it's where I grew up. It's all I know. Like I'm just a guy from this area. You know what I mean? Just like everyone, and I always will be. I forget about being a champ and all that, and I don't know. I think it's just the support that I've always had, but just being able to come here and yeah, I connect, and I'm a part of the, you know, the Illawarra, like this region, and very, very proud of it. And it's not only I was able to be myself through the whole process. I even had, you know, you're going to get a lot of people like, oh look man, you know, small town, you're going to need to go to America and train. That's the only way you're going to be there. So no, I'm going to do it here from Wollongong. You know what I mean? And that's something I'm proud of as well. So, and you know, you can look at the athletes you get from this area anyway. We've got so many athletes in so many different sports. They do just kicking ass. You know, we just obviously won NBL. You know, the list goes on. Like swimming, you know, the list goes on. So it just shows you the athletes we have from here, and we're going to continue to make champions from here. And I'm just glad that I could at least show the younger generation that you can do it from your small town, from the small, you know, gym that you're at. Like that does not matter, you know what I mean? It really doesn't, and that's because we got. It's funny. We got Seb. He's actually on the
Seb Saleh. Yes, absolutely.
He's fighting tonight. Road to UFC. That's where Joe couldn't make it today. Master Splinter, head coach. Couldn't make it today because he's over there, you know, obviously coaching one of the guys who's on the road to UFC. So he's fighting a fight tonight. You've got Colby Thickness, who's in the UFC currently. And then I got exactly the golden boy. Yeah, the golden boy too. You got and then you've got all these other guys at the gym that I train with every day. And trust me, you're not only going to have more UFC fighters from Wollongong, you're going to get champions from Wollongong in the UFC too.
Now this one might sound like a cliche question, but I'm interested because I don't think I've ever heard you answer this one. Because there's so many great moments. I mentioned Max Holloway, that virtuoso performance in the third. There was obviously, albeit in a loss, but one of the best pure mixed martial arts contests we've ever seen in the first one with Islam. moment that probably sums you up when they'll play reels for years and years is the Brian Ortega fight that had us talk about on the edge of our seats. What is your number one, what is your signature top shelf moment that you've experienced in the octagon?
It probably is that guillotine. Me being in that, because you talk about adversity, being a privilege and all that sort of stuff, and really getting to show your true colours and what you're all about, and not only what you're all about, what it takes to be champion. You've seen that in that fight. Like me being in that position, like it doesn't get any deeper than that. I'm telling you, I trained with some of the best in the world to put me in those positions. I let them get as deep as they could in their positions. No one got me anywhere near as tight as he did. So it was close. The lights were dimming. I was about to go out, but I just, I was like, never give up sort of attitude. Find a way, always find a way. And that same guy that you've seen in that exact moment is the same guy that turns up in the gym every single day. So when people want to be like, what made you champion? That's what made me champion. That guy that he turns up every single day in the gym. I ain't special, I ain't no athletically gifted guy. I just worked hard, and that's why, again, for the younger generation, for the people that are wanting to chase something, trust me, anything is possible. Through hard work, you can do it. Just go and get it.
I don't have too many questions left, but there is one I think that sprung to mind when we spoke a little bit earlier at the council chambers was, I guess, this honour. It acknowledges a lot about the work you do in the community. I know as much as you are a UFC champion, I know at your soul, your very being, you're a mixed martial artist. To be an ambassador for that sport, and with an honour like this, I suppose, the keys to the city, to bring that sport somewhat in from the fringe and have this sort of recognition, not only for yourself and what you've done, but for the sport that has made you that champion.
Yeah, so that's what it's all been about for me. Obviously, it's a sport that takes some people a bit to get used to, but I've just always wanted to set a good example, right? I've always tried my best to do that. I think the best way, you're going to do, whether it's fundraisers and helping the community, whatever way you can, whether it's talking to the schools and all that, like obviously it's all great. But another thing that probably is missed, but maybe most important or up there, is just being a good role model and being, me doing what I'm doing and then just showing, I don't want to, I don't want to, it's not humble to be talking about it, but I try and be respectful. I try and I want to be someone that kids look up to. You know what I mean? I think the best way I can give back to the community is to show the younger generation what it takes to be a champion, and even when you're champion, what type of human being you should be as well. And that's something that means so much to me, because I've got kids that I want to set a good example for, but everywhere here in the Illawarra, and then to get the acknowledgement, to get that, I feel like I'm doing that. So I hope that makes sense anyway.
I'll take that on with you. This is my last question, because one people are very interested to know. You're the best 145 pounder we've ever seen. You're a first ballot Hall of Famer. You dropped the mic and retired this second. We're talking about Yair, Mobsar in the near future. I'd love to see, I think most of us would love to see an Ilya rematch there, but what is, exactly, absolutely. Ooh, Ilya. I hope they came through the mic, that's great. Now I know where you learn your trash talk from.
Yeah, it's funny, while we're on that, she hasn't, Islam obviously is another one that's got a victory over me.
He has won, I still insist he has won.
Okay, well there you go, and in wild fashion. So Ariana was a hater then, but Islam was because I told the story about what she said. You might have heard this, I'll say it anyway. So I was putting the girls to bed, and as they do, I'm scared of this, I'm scared someone's going to break in, and I'm like, darling, don't worry, no one's going to break in, it's alright, come on, let's go to bed. And then she's like, no, what if someone breaks through the window, and I'll go, darling, I'm a world champ. I was world champion at the time. I'm a world champ, I'm sure I can handle it. She goes, what if it's Islam Makhachev? So that's where I should have got some of the trash talk from, because that was good. But so then I told that story, and then Islam ended up sending the girls some dolls. So now Ariana's Islam's best friend. So then I'm like, well, when I tell Ilya about her being a hater right now, just get her a present and she will love you, don't worry. Because she's actually an alright dude, but I mean, yeah. But she's got her dad's back, so she's a hater.
Very quickly, what's left on the in octagon bucket list of Alex Volkanovski?
I mean, that would be great, right? Like to be able to do that. It's just, can that happen in the near future? Probably not. He's chasing the lightweight, so I want to defend. So I'm going to go out there and defend the belt. But if he does get that belt, could you imagine champ versus champ and then getting the rematch? I mean, you don't get a better outcome. So then I feel like it's meant to be, right? Like, so it's so we'll see what happens. But I mean, I'm going to do my thing next, and if he does do that and he wins, let's go one more sort of champ, double champ.
Absolutely, we hope so. It's been a pleasure to watch your career go all the way through. As I said, you've been a credit to the city, you've been a credit to the sport of mixed martial arts, and I think we're still looking forward to seeing a couple more signature Volk performances to come. Ladies and gentlemen, Alexander the Great Volkanovski!
Thank you all so much, appreciate it. So one thing, it's going to obviously be hard. I've been told that we weren't allowed to obviously get a heap of photos, but I want to try on the way out, get some, but I want to definitely, with my phone, so I can put on my story, hopefully I can fit yous all in. So when we do, when I do that photo, is it alright if we get everyone sort of in the middle so I can get yous all in?
And I'll share that. With crowd control.
Yeah, exactly. Just so I can share that, and then hopefully you can pop your head in that photo.
We do want to stand over here because we do have the moment that has come. As we said, it is a Lord Mayoral honour to bestow, and it is my pleasure to once again welcome to the stage for the presentation, Lord Mayor of Wollongong, Councillor Tanya Brown.
I think you can see we had to twist Mitch's arm to do that for us. Thank you, Mitch. And thank you, Scully, for taking the belt off me. I was passing out with the robes and the chains and the belt, so clearly I won't make much of a fighter. But for the formalities of tonight and what we're all here for, granting the keys to the City of Wollongong is one of the highest honours that a city can bestow on a group or individual. It's an internationally recognised honour dating back to medieval times where cities were walled, and in presenting the keys to the city was granting the individual the right to come and go as a trusted friend. Today the keys are symbolic, but the honour and respect is very real. As we've heard, Alex Volkanovski has achieved outstanding success as a mixed martial arts fighter. We celebrate and greatly respect his hard work, commitment and skill in his chosen field. Alex's championship resume on the world stage speaks for itself. But it's his willingness and determination to promote Wollongong on the international stage that speaks to the pride he has in his hometown. The fact he's enjoyed all of his success, as we've heard from the first gym he walked into at Wingdang many years ago, is a testament to the loyalty he has to the people around him and to the people in the city we all call home. So it's inspiring for us to see that Wollongong can be a springboard to global success, and that one of the most outstanding sports people can be such an active and positive member of our community. And our entire Wollongong community, particularly our young people, can look at what Alex has done as an athlete, an ambassador for our city, and feel that their dreams and aspirations are that little bit more within reach. And Alex, the city is very proud of you. We acknowledge your sporting triumphs and successes, but it's your generosity of spirit, your willingness to assist and support the many charities and organisations that come to you for help, your willingness to speak out on the hard topics against domestic violence, supporting men's health initiatives, promoting a national vaccine campaign. For my mind, all of this speaks to the measure of the man. And Alex, pound for pound, you are a champion for this community. And deserving the recognition and respect that comes with Wollongong's highest honour. So it's now my great honour to officially hand over the keys of the city to Alexander Volkanovski.